just to note myself to add on to the story. Picture yourself on a ship. A ship that you were born on this ship. You don't know anything but what these people are about to teach you. Who are these people? Redacted. Heavily redacted. But you are now in charge of a ship. And your corridors are on this ship. It's a very large ship. And you're keeping people prisoner. And this ship runs itself. Meaning it has 2 engines, probably runs off uranium. And goes in circles and circles and circles and circles around the Caribbean. This is a true story. This is what I've seen in the CIA. And these people, when I was saying in my last video, they think they're getting paid, meaning they're not getting paid. All they're doing is they're going back up into their corridors, coming down and doing the same thing every day, because this is what they were told. How do I express this better? They don't understand that there's life outside the ship. They've never even seen a woman. They don't even know that women exist, dude. So what happens? They all turn gay because they don't even know, man. It is so sick. The things I've seen, I would never post this online. But this just adds on to my video, so I can help anybody. Oh yeah, I got that, by the way, with the horse that joined the team. Yeah, so you do know what I'm talking about. Congratulations to that horse. But dude, when I tell you slavery, no, it's sick, dude. What I've seen is seriously on another level of fucking sick, dude. And then I heard this, dude. I heard this roar. It's the rumbling of. I heard this rumble of this, and this guy's looking at the door like, "What the fuck is going on?" This is a true story. I swear to God. And this woman comes downstairs and she goes, "It's a United States warship. They just pulled up on us." And this actually happened. And I heard these roaring engines, and they locked up to the ship, which is a big one. But I could hear the roaring of this, I don't know what ship it was, but it was a United States warship. And every time, dude, basically, they had to shut down the engines. And I could hear, because I could hear them throttle back and forth. Like they were keeping the ship that I was on. When they saw the U.S., I remember I could hear we are boarding ship, and this woman comes fucking freaking out downstairs saying, "Dude, they're boarding our ship right now." And he goes, "Who?" "The United States of America are boarding our ship." And I don't remember the name of the ship. That I forgot, because they had me in a daze. And after that, it was game over for them. And these people, so again, I'm going to go back to my story. They don't even know anything, really. But, so I was trafficked. And I want to give thanks and praises to the United States Navy, because I know when I heard the sound and that roar, dude, I'm telling you, when these ships roar, when you're down below in the hole, I was on the other ship. The Navy ship came and saved my ass, dude. If I ever get the privilege of making a book out of this, which is not going to be anytime soon, maybe latter day in life, when it's all said and done with. I mean, I can make a book, but A lot of it would be heavily redacted. But this part, when you hear the roar down below from a Navy warship, you know. Dude, I remember they were so fucking scared, they were running around frantically. Like, what the fuck do we do? And then it went on for, how long? Actually, it went on for several hours. So they boarded the ship that I was on when I was being trafficked. It went on for several hours. More than several, it was like 3 to 4 hours. And they had me locked up in like a cargo bay. And I'll never forget the roar of that ship, man. When I tell you, they were pulling back the throttle. They were holding this. Whatever ship pulled up, it was a big one. And the ship I was on, it was a big one. The one that pulled up, I don't know if it was bigger, but I don't know, the engines on that thing, or whatever it had, dude. I want to say thanks and praises to the United States Navy, because they scared the dude. But then I didn't get off, though. So if you go back to my videos and you see they taught me how to do a prisoner exchange. This is where it happened. The prisoner exchange, they said this is what's gonna happen. They did a mock prisoner exchange. I was the mock prisoner. They said you're gonna put your hands behind your back. They cuffed me. They said you're gonna put your hands down the back of your pants, lift your ass cheeks up, get on your knees, and then get back up, and then swap prisoners. One thing I will never forget is the roar of those engines, man. I gotta tell you, they cut off the engines on the ship that I was on, and I remember she comes down below. She goes, they're on our ship now. They're coming down. They want to see what's going on. I want to give my thanks and praise to the United States. It wasn't imaginary, I know, because I was there. And this shit was fucked up. But thanks and praise to the United States Navy. I can't thank you enough. Luckily, I have a chip. If I weren't chipped, and they kept saying, James, we need your heat signature. We need your heat signature to find out where you're at. So I kept giving it to them, and they found me. Again, that roar, the roar of the engine thrust from the Navy ship. It was down below. I was on the other ship. I wasn't even on the Navy ship. They spent 3.5 hours approximately, give or take, plus about 4 hours total, searching this ship that I was on. I don't believe they found me. They ended up finding me in the end, Special Forces. And thank you for getting me out of there.